Welcome to Messages from the Universe with Lori Wondra. Lori is an internationally renowned psychic medium, author, and shamanic practitioner, sharing insights from angels, guides, wisdom keepers, and teachers of the universe that help you navigate life's mysteries and transformations.
Hello, I'm Lori Wondra, and thank you for listening. Today, this podcast is about messages from dragonflies. A few weeks ago, I was sitting on my back deck and I was reading, and I noticed a dragonfly had perched right above my head. And I was close enough that as I could look up, I realized I was looking at him as he was looking at me. Who was studying who? And as I zoomed in and got a closer look, I could see the beauty in his wings, the patterns, the iridescence, the magic in his eyes as he twisted and turned his head as trying to get a better look at me, just as I was trying to get the same better look at him. Dragonflies are more than beautiful winged creatures, skimming across ponds and marshes. I grew up with my dad telling me they're good for nature. They kill all the mosquitoes. They eat the little bugs that are in the air that we can't see. They help us. There's a magical feeling about them, how they can hover in the air. There's a spiritual exploration. Let's look into that and into the sacred meaning of dragonflies. They are more than beautiful winged creatures skimming across ponds and marshes. Their iridescent bodies and their flight patterns defy linear logic. They move like living prayers through the natural world, catching sunlight, dancing on water, and showing up as if summoned by spirit. To many, they are mysterious and magical. To others, they are messengers of a deeper knowing, symbols of profound change, emotional clarity, and soul-level truth. Dragonflies, ancient and ethereal, have graced the earth for over 300 million years, far outliving the rise and the fall of empires and civilizations. Their biology alone is a marvel. With wings capable of independent motion, they hover and dart and shift direction mid-air with an elegance that suggests intelligence beyond instinct. Their very beings blur boundaries between air, water, speed and stillness, visibility and mystery. So what do dragonflies truly symbolize? What messages might they carry from the subtle realms? Why do they often appear during times of transition, awakening, or sometimes loss? Here today in this podcast, we will explore the metaphysical meanings of dragonflies, how they serve as messengers from the unseen, and what their presence invites us to remember about our true nature. First, what is the symbolism of a dragonfly? The dragonfly's symbolism is richly layered and cross-cultural. In nearly every tradition, the dragonfly represents light, transformation, and truth. They are known to be both messengers and mirrors, showing us what lies beneath the surface and guiding us toward alignment with our soul's higher calling. They represent light and illumination. Dragonflies' wings refract light, giving them an otherworldly shimmer that changes with the sun's position. This quality speaks of spiritual illumination, the idea that the truth of who we are is multidimensional and constantly evolving as we awaken. Seeing a dragonfly reminds us that light is always present, even if refracted. Dragonflies are symbolic of the unseen light within ourselves, the divine spark, and they ask us to see beyond surface illusions into deeper spiritual truth. They represent transformation and change, and like butterflies, dragonflies begin their life underwater and later transition into air creatures. This transformation from nymph to winged adult speaks of the spiritual journey from lower to higher consciousness. When a dragonfly appears, it may be signaling that a major change is occurring or about to occur. But unlike the slow, steady metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly, the dragonfly's shift is quick and sudden, symbolic of the way our lives can alter in an instant when truth is revealed or healing happens. They represent emotional depth and clarity. Dragonflies spend most of their lives underwater, in the realm of emotion and the subconscious. But when they emerge, they carry with them the wisdom of that deep, deep, deep inner space. Seeing a dragonfly may be a prompt to examine what lies beneath your own emotional surface. What truths have you not yet faced? What wisdom is waiting to be integrated from your emotional body into present state? The dragonfly is a spiritual messenger. In many spiritual traditions, dragonflies are considered to be messengers from the spirit world. Their sudden, fleeting appearances often coincide with moments of clarity, visitation from a deceased loved one, or significant shifts in consciousness. When a dragonfly crosses your path, lands on you, or appears in unexpected ways, it is not random. It is a nudge from the universe. These moments can carry powerful meaning depending on your state of being, where you are in your life, situations or experiences that you might be having, or inner prayer, inner thoughts. Common messages dragonflies can bring are: the truth is ready to be seen, or let go of illusions and be open to clarity. Transformation is happening. Trust the process. A loved one in spirit is near and guiding you. It's time to rise out of emotional murk and fly. There's also different messages based on the color of dragonflies. A specific color can carry a vibrational message. Like butterflies, dragonflies reflect the rainbow spectrum of consciousness and energy centers, our chakras. Here are some general colors by meaning. A blue dragonfly is linked to the throat chakra, meaning communication, truth, and emotional intelligence. A call from the universe to speak your truth or to listen deeply to others as well as yourself. Green dragonfly is associated with the heart chakra. This is about healing, compassion, and abundance, a sign of growth, forgiveness, or love is blooming. Red dragonflies, the root chakra energy, grounding, courage, survival, and passion, often appear during times of primal change or deep fear needing transformation. Black dragonflies, shadow and mystery, but encouragement to face inner darkness, ancestral wounds, or karmic debts with courage. And golden dragonflies, the crown chakra. This is an activation. This is divine presence, spiritual awakening, and downloads from higher dimensions. And iridescent dragonflies, multi-dimensional consciousness, a sign that you are shifting into a new frequency of being, aligning with your soul purpose. Across the globe, dragonflies have held spiritual importance in myth and folklore. Japanese culture, the dragonfly symbolizes strength, courage, and victory. Samurai often viewed them as a good omen, believing the dragonfly's precise and agile movements reflected a great warrior spirit. Native American tribes saw the dragonfly as symbols of transformation and adaptability. The Navajo believe dragonflies are symbols of pure water. For the Hopi, they represent fertility and protection. In many stories, they're spirit allies who guide the soul during any change. In Celtic mythology, regard the dragonflies as magical beings connected to the Fey realm. Their sudden appearance was seen as a sign that the veil between worlds was very thin and communication with the other worlds was possible. Mesoamerican traditions in Aztec mythology, the dragonfly was associated with the goddess Iztappallat, the obsidian butterfly, a fierce yet beautiful spirit of death, rebirth, and healing. These stories and traditions emphasize the dragon's connection to other realms, truth revealing, and protective power. If we dive deeper into the dragonfly's life cycle, we can see another view of the spiritual path. We can look at its 4-stage life journey. The egg stage, that's seeds of potential. Dragonfly eggs are laid in water, the domain of emotion and intuition. And at this stage, life is hidden. Its potential is unseen. But yet, gestation begins. The message might be a seed of transformation has been planted in your emotional body. Trust the unseen. The second stage is the nymph stage. This is about growth in the deep, because the dragonfly nymphs live underwater for up to 5 years. They hunt and grow beneath the surface, never suspecting that they will one day fly, that they will one day be exposed and experience an entirely different world. The message of this might be, you are in a very sacred period of the inner work. What is unseen is not unimportant, but stay with the process. Trust there is an outcome that you might not be aware of just yet. The third stage is emergence. This is rising from the depths, because one day the nymph climbs out of the water onto a plant and it splits open and the adult dragonfly emerges. It rests, dries its wings off in the air, and then it takes flight for the first time. And the message might be, the time to rise is now. It is here. What was hidden is becoming visible. Step into your power. Have no fear. Fly. And stage 4 is the adult stage. Brief, brilliant flight. Dragonflies live only a few weeks or months, and in that short time, they mate, they create life, and fly as radiant light beings. Their beauty is breathtaking but transient. And the message might be, live with purpose. Shine your light while you can. Embrace each moment. And when I cover these 4 stages, I think with a little bit of sadness that we only see them for a short period of time. And much of their life is lived in a place we don't see, battling the battles to get where they are so we can see them, so we can enjoy their iridescence, their colors, they're beautiful, the flight of their wings. I believe the dragonfly's wisdom is especially potent for healing emotional wounds. Because of their relationship with water, they are emotional transmuters. Many people who feel emotionally stuck, lost in grief, or caught in illusion report seeing dragonflies before or after a huge breakthrough. They assist us. They assist us in letting go of false stories of who we are, or who we thought we should be. They assist us in releasing guilt and shame or outdated identity. They assist us in embracing the fluidity of life and our evolving selves. And they assist us in realizing that emotional pain is often the cocoon for spiritual growth. Many clients have asked about the dragonflies they see and what this means from messages from their loved ones. Well, a dragonfly appearing after the death of a loved one is a very profound and common phenomenon. Many people report that dragonflies land on them, follow them, or appear repeatedly in the weeks after a loss. These are often interpreted as messages from the departed, assuring us of their continued presence and the eternal nature of the soul. Unlike butterflies, who are often linked to gentle transformation, the dragonfly's message may be more direct. You are ready to know the truth. Death is not the end. See beyond the veil. And when grieving, encountering a dragonfly may indicate that the person who passed is guiding you, is guiding your next phase of healing and awakening. And they've worked very hard to get to where they are. Dragonflies are portals of divine timing and synchronicity. I find that dragonflies appear when you're ready, not before. Their arrival often coincides with spiritual downloads, powerful decisions, life redirections, or even soul callings. Pay attention when they show up. Stop, pause, ponder. What were you thinking or praying about? What question was in your heart? Who were you thinking about? What truth may you have been avoiding? Dragonflies reflect synchronicity, a divine arrangement of moments that tell a bigger story. Let me say that again. Synchronicity is a divine arrangement of moments that tell a bigger story. Like flickers of light in the web of fate, they show you that your path is unfolding with purpose. So what are some practices for receiving dragonfly messages? How do you deepen your relationship with the energy of dragonfly? Here are a few options for you to try. Dragonfly journaling. Each time you encounter one, write down your emotional state, your thoughts, or your intentions. Over time, patterns emerge, revealing a language of guidance. Meditate with the dragonfly totem. Visualize a dragonfly hovering before you. Ask it what illusion you need to let go of and what truth is ready to surface. And then listen to your heart. Work with water. Because dragonflies are water dwellers, doing rituals near water, lakes, rivers, oceans, streams, marshes can amplify your connection. Offer prayers into the water and watch for the dragonfly visitation. And lastly, color alchemy. If a specific color dragonfly appears, wear or meditate with that color to activate and understand the message. For example, you see a blue dragonfly. Drink water. Speak your truth. This is using your throat chakra. Chant or sing the sound of hum for the throat chakra. We are often drawn to dragonflies. We're drawn to their shimmer, their speed, their playful moments. And like children, dragonflies move through the world with lightness, joy, and freedom. Their movements and interactions teach us to stay present, move in trust rather than control, find joy in the moment, respect both mystery and clarity. Teach children or others to honor dragonflies as spirit messengers. This helps cultivate their intuitive gifts and reminds them that they are never disconnected from the divine. And finally, the dragonfly at its core, its most profound and simple message is, you are light in motion. You were born to evolve. Let truth guide your wings. Dragonflies remind us we are not who we were. They whisper that becoming doesn't have to be slow or painful, that grace and clarity are available when you let go of illusion. They call us to see through soulful eyes and live with intensity and elegance. And now that all of you will be looking for the dragonflies, looking for their colors, their movements, hope it brings a smile to your face. I leave you with a small poem, an invocation, the dance of the dragonfly. O sacred dragonfly, we see your wings, jewels of sky and fire. You who once crawled into darkness now shimmer across light. We understand the depths that you've experienced. You are a bridge between water and wind and earth and spirit. Teach us to move with truth, to be a bridge in our lives. Reveal the illusions that may bind us. Lift our hearts like wings above the surface of fear. Show us how to see beyond the obvious and trust the unseen. May we rise like you, radiant, brave, and sometimes brief, not afraid to shine in this world and not afraid to leave it. May we walk through life like you dance through the air, weightless, wise, and awake. I'm Lori Wondra of Your Life Core, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe. For information about Lori Wondra's current events or to schedule a private session, visit her website, yourlifecore.com. You can also subscribe to her monthly newsletter. Lori also shares inspirational and informational messages on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening.